Hello and welcome to Attack on Titan on Ice.
Tom here.
Oh yeah, Tom here.
Storm here.
Kimmy here.
Are they on ice? I don't know.
Well,
Aaron
they're
has
on thin ice.
in front of him. Yeah. So welcome back, everyone. We are watching the next episode, which is 406 on Crunchyroll, which is 465 on Crunchyroll, and it was a major ending last time. Like, that was a huge surprise, and Aaron just transforming and seemingly eating Willy.
Going right for him. He was right in the best spot.
Yeah, he was ready.
He was, very tactical. He knew
He had
where
the
to
best seat in the house.
Yeah.
That's right. He knew where to position himself.
And
Did you pay for those tickets?
No.
They'll pay.
But he wanted to listen to Willy's speech, and Reiner was freaking out the whole time. Falco, I felt so bad for him. I hope he survived. I mean, Reiner tried to cover him when Aaron transformed, but that play was very awful. I mean, they are conditioning the people to unite the people, and they were all emotional at the end to be sided with the Marleys even more, to make Aaron look like the ultimate evil.
He's the bad guy, yep.
Well, from their perspective, he is.
That's right.
Exactly, because of, they're getting
exactly.
conditioned like this. They're getting all this propaganda about how bad and why they do the things that they do, but how bad
they're being told one-sidedly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's how it's always been.
Yeah.
And Aaron, understanding both sides and kind of forgiving Reiner. Reiner apologized, and he felt so bad to the point where he just wanted to die.
Yeah, he's like, please kill me.
Yeah, and then Aaron's still going ahead. I mean, they're really brainwashed overseas, but still, he's going and he's killing Willy. I'm afraid he's going to kill people there too, right? I think that's going to be a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
And his
well, you got all the important people in one area, so I mean, it's the best place to give a good blow, is right there.
Yeah, and the people, if they do survive, any of them, they're going to believe that he is truly evil, and it's just going to make the war worse.
How dare you? How could
they got two Titans trapped in a hole. They got Zeke out somewhere else. So I mean, they're all displaced.
Yeah, it's just not good. So, shall we get into this episode? Because I've been waiting.
Let's do it.
I know it.
You want to see it.
I've lost sleep over this.
No. Okay, so 465, 406 on Crunchyroll. There's so many too.
Like bees.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on.
That was so good too. Wow, that's my favorite of the season so far.
Jeez, it's the more intense it is, the quicker it goes by.
I know. I mean, the episodes are only 24 minutes or less, but they are really good. I mean, even the slow parts, because just like last season, it started off slow, but you got to feel the characters, understand the characters, and hear how quickly. I mean, it was slow the first few episodes, and now all this tragedy. I mean, of all the people we saw, just the kids alone really made me so upset. I mean, Sophia, she was funny, we connected with all of them, and she was just brutally crushed. And then Udo, that was so sad to see him die.
It was.
Yeah, we still don't know about Falco yet.
Yeah, where's Falco? Did he survive? They were asking about him. And Gabby, just seeing this cycle of hate and revenge constantly.
Well, she had that in her from the beginning, because, we saw how adamant she was about, being a Titan.
Right.
Yeah.
And now she has purpose to do it.
Exactly, and that's what they wanted too, because even Willy Tiber, he knew he was most likely going to die here, and he goes, if I am a sole survivor, no one's going to really unify. I have to be that tragedy amongst others to really show them that Aaron is the true evil, that the Paradise people are devils.
Yeah, well, Zyber pretty much becomes a martyr when he gets killed like that.
Yeah.
So even though he died for his cause, it makes him stronger.
Right. He's a true leader in his respect. Yeah.
I mean, and it's terrible. Yeah, he knows how to manipulate the people to really believe him and unify everyone against his goal to like destroy the Eldians. And so the Warhammer Titan, thank you. Now, she said brother. Now, was that the same lady? Well, that was his wife, though, that he kissed before. They look similar to me.
They did look similar.
So maybe that was his sister saying bye, but she still followed him there, or that was just a different person who was his sister, and that was his wife that he said bye to. I'm not sure. I'm sure you guys are going to clarify that for us, so thank you. But she said brother before she turned. She was very upset. So I think that was the same person. And she followed him.
Yeah.
The Warhammer Titan is such a freaking awesome looking design.
Well, it's the so most human looking Titan. I mean, she had the most, and she was able to talk clearly too.
Oh, yeah.
But then to not have the same issue as the other Titans with the nape thing,
that was so really odd.
Well, and just keep rejuvenating and not dying.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
he found out. Okay, where's the source? What's the source?
Well, that's the thing, though. It was a strength and a weekness at the same time. Because I mean, she's separated from her body, but
she can't move anywhere. You can't walk. You're gonna walk and like fling this freaking ball.
Yeah, she's like it's like getting an electric. It's like an
Crystal.
electric Titan, and you can only go as far as you plug.
Plug in. That's right.
Oh man,
that's right.
Yeah, so it's a crazy design, and for Aaron to figure that out on his own, because like I miss Armin, like he was always the one to really, figure all that out.
Yes.
Where is he, by the way? You think he was the bearded soldier?
I don't know. Like they all look so different now because it's again 4 years. The animation style is slightly different, so I want to see him. I don't know.
The only one I've been able to easily recognize so far is Connie. Because he's got the shaved head.
Yeah, Connie gray stands out, and then Sasha I did, and I kind of
you're like, is that Sasha? I'm like, is it Sasha?
I was like,
because I know that they're the squad that went over there.
Sure. If it was real life and I wanted to know if that was Sasha, now I would just hold a potato or something and see if she come running for it.
Yeah, I know. Yes, but they're so hard now. I mean, like.
Yeah,
they're so skilled, and even before we saw, skilled soldiers fighting the Titans, and they just got killed, but they didn't have experience really fighting them, and here they just have all this crazy experience now, and they're hardened throughout their experiences.
Well, what a major tech upgrade too! I mean,
their
maneuvering gear is a lot, smaller, more compact. They're wearing all black suits. If they had any LED lights on, they'd be Tron.
That's awesome. But with Hanji, she was coming up with all these weapons before, last season. And then even here overseas, like they already have Titan killing weapons. And they were really hurting Eren as his Titan for him. So it's amazing to see all these upgraded weapons, we'll say. And with Mikasa using hers, that they're definitely more advanced now. But when they were experimenting on Reiner last season.
Yeah, I mean, she was able to unload like several of them and then pull the pins all at one shot instead of singles.
Just to go back from what I was saying before is I like how it started off slow because we got to learn the characters, and then this episode I was waiting that something major was going to happen, especially with the reveal of Eren talking to Reiner, and then just them talking was so intense. And I'm like, this is going to be so major. Like, all crap is going to hit the fan now. And to see all these people that we grew to understand and like just brutally die. And Eren to do the same thing. And I like the scene with Mikasa actually talking to Eren and being like, you can't go back now. And she was emotional.
You can't undo what you just did.
Yeah, and Eren is so numb. Like, you never see his eyes change. He's very calm the whole time. So that's scary, too. He just knows he has to do this.
Yeah, he just has to go after his enemies.
And that's not good. And Mikasa is being emotional, and they're following Eren. And she's just like, you just killed all these civilians. And you can't take it back.
And children.
So it's sad to see this is what war does, and it's just an endless cycle of hate, despair. I mean, Gabby now seeing all this happen to her family, and she has been conditioned to believe that she's doing the right thing. But
and you could just see it in her face at the end.
Now it solidifies
She's
it.
like, I'm angry. She's going for it.
This was so intense and so scary. I mean, just seeing all the despair of people dying, going to the hospital. They can't take anymore, so people are just dead or dying outside the hospital. And then Gabby...
it's a mass casualty.
It is,
situation.
and they just go right up, and the doctor's like, I'm triaging people. Look at around you.
I mean, they got to prioritize who's more likely to survive and who's too far gone.
And then Gabby going to talk to those other guys, the soldiers, and being like, they're stopping her because they're afraid, and they're like,
they're trying to save her life.
Yeah, trying to save her, and the battle's everywhere. It's just all chaos. So that made it more real for me, where all the explosions, and not only that, but it's so conflicting to actually, feel for the Marleyans, and even though she's an Eldian, you know what I mean, for that whole Libero. Sorry. But that's how it's spelled. That's how it's spelled. But sometimes it's hard to hear how they pronounce it. Mm-hmm. But their whole town, it's all under attack, and we're afraid for them. And then we have our, team that we've been following this whole series, and they're the enemy, killing all these people. And I get it. So it's enemy going against enemy, but who's really right? So to have that conflict,
and they're remembering what happened to them.
Libero. Okay, go ahead.
And they're remembering what happened to them, and they're like, hey, they did this to us. This happened to us. They deserve it. In their mind as well. So it's a horrible thing. I mean, war is just terrible.
But when Gabby was getting ready to charge in, and the two soldiers that were trying to save her got shot, you saw Sasha had her in her sights, but then restrained herself and didn't shoot.
Yeah.
Because she knew she was just a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Gabby didn't see that as
No, you just see all
she was
this
still filled. She was just
you.
filled with. Well, she was so filled with anger that she's not going to be like, oh, she spared my life. Oh, thank you. She's like, oh my God, now I'm going to freaking kill you guys.
Exactly, just like she did when she was, pretending that she was just this lost little girl in the field. Remember? Mm-hmm.
She's I think that's going to play a key where she's going to trick them.
Yeah.
Think I'm an innocent kid. Don't shoot me. And then she's gonna freaking take someone out.
Yeah, and I know that we'll say our group, like Mika said, was emotional about killing civilians, but they were killing people when they were actually aiming for people that had guns, that were fighters. So they were trying to take out their challenges.
Yes.
They're trying to take out the military and stuff. And Gabby is a child, so yes, I totally think Sasha thought that, but she also didn't have a gun in her hand at the time. So thinking child, she's not armed.
She might not be a threat, or she might not be part of the military or militia or anything like that.
Yeah, but I think, of course, being a child, that's her first instinct, not to do that, of course.
But if she was a child with a gun in her hand, then she becomes a threat.
Yeah, so she picked up the gun after she, bared her teeth. She was like, yeah. So she's definitely going to go after them, and I think that's going to be
because they all regrouped back on the building, and they're like, okay, is it all safe and secure? And they go, for now. So I bet you she will be the next threat.
Yeah. Wow, this was a great episode, and just the Warhammer Titan. I mean that thing was incredible anyways, but just how quickly
make anything, wield anything.
It was so bizarre, the spikes upon spikes.
Meat tenderizer.
I know.
Just how big it got, it's like
it's so slow and powerful, but that it has a great weakness though, being separated from the body. You can't walk, you can't move. It has to be buried underground, otherwise it's just sitting there. And he easily snapped it. I mean, I know Aaron is a lot stronger, but he just easily snapped the tube thing. The ability.
Yeah, it's just you cut the cord, and there goes your whole Titan. Now you're just an egg.
Right.
Yeah,
crystal egg.
It's like
so maybe
cord.
maybe he won't be able to get to her because they couldn't get to Annie when she crystallized herself. So maybe
but he didn't know that. He didn't know about the eating part either. So maybe eating them is different.
You can digest the crystals on the way down.
I'm just gonna break some teeth. I'm sorry.
It's terrible. But yeah, I can't wait to watch the next episode, guys. This was very intense, very good. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe.